All right, here's how to take a dash out of a 2001 Grand Prix. So first you start by pulling the center console out, and then this thing piece. Then you want to leave the cup holders up, and then you just grab up here and you just start pulling on it. Oh, Jesus. Once you get her at that point, you can't pull this piece out. So you gotta turn the key, put her into drive, and then you can yank this thing out and don't forget that. And then toss that in the back, right? So now you got that out, you can put that thing back into park, and Jane will take that. And then to get this out, what we're gonna do, so you just kind of yank on it until you, and then you just kind of, and you want to pull the top out first. And then you want to pull the top out first. So you got to pull it back and then do that, as long as you don't break it. And then your hazards are on. And then you got to pull out the fog light switch, otherwise you're gonna break it. So I got to push that out. And once that's out, you can pull this whole thing out and then toss that in the back. And now you can get at the dash. It's the piece we needed. Now it's super easy just to pull the whole dash out by just taking these Phillips screws out. But we're not going to do that because I'm too lazy to pull the whole dash out. So we're just going to take these screws off that hold this here. These screws, that one, that one, that one. There's one all the way back in there, and then this one. And that's going to get us access. But you got to twist this piece off. And this little shit comes out. We'll beep that out. It's okay. I'm not restarting all this. And this whole crap comes out. So you got that out. Well, that's too bad. Then we're gonna pull this black piece off. Okay, now we're gonna don't mess with my deck of cards. We're gonna take this, and we're only gonna take these two off because these are both like already off. Like they're not exact. So that popped off extremely way too easily. And then we're gonna, you just put it under there, and then you kind of just pry up, and then they come off, and then you don't want to lose them. And then what we do here, we're gonna pull this whole dash card off. But first, we actually just gotta take these off too. We gotta take these off, but that's a whole different deal that we'll figure out later. I want to make sure I don't accidentally knock these off, because then those will get like off alignment, and I don't want to have to deal with that, if you know what I'm saying. So we're gonna just kind of pop this off. Now the reason I'm taking it off is, yeah, it looks cool, but it's been giving me a lot of issues lately where my speedometer doesn't work. And you know, it's kind of nice when you're passing a cop to be able to see if you're doing 100 or 20 miles an hour. It's a good difference. Now, the idea is you don't want to break these because they're kind of useful. But it's not kind of working out. So, hopefully I don't break it, but, you know, stuff happens. What? Alright, now we just need to get this last one out. I'm gonna pull all this crappy wiring out that you did. Well, if you're cool like me and put a very overpriced cheap dash in your car, or it gets stuck back there. Alright. So now that we got all that out, then we can actually figure out the wiring here. So these go into here, which controls the dash, actually. So we just gotta pull those wires out, and then take this piece and pop this little cubby hole out. And that houses the switch and everything, which also needs to come off. So we'll just need to take these zip ties out, cut these wires, tape them up, and then you'll be minty. And you basically just do everything we did, but the opposite. And then, oh, for the zip ties? All right, here. Okay. So you do it. So that's usually not how you take zip ties off, but this is how we're doing it today. Oh. I just cut into the wire. That's something you don't want to do. Make sure you're using safety glasses when you do that. So now all we need to do, you got pliers? Find some pliers. There's got to be some in here somewhere. All right. So, and then you just want to pop these bad boys off, which are kind of a pain in the butt. And we're going to need to tape up these. Go find some electrical tape. Good luck, by the way. That's incredible. That's not gonna, no, I'm not putting that on. So then you just need to pry these open, which is quite difficult because this is not the right kind of pliers we want to be using. Did you actually? Oh yeah. Usually. Can you find me some proper pliers? Well, smaller, preferably. Ones that are not like this.
You're smaller.
No, smaller. All right, so, and then once he finds us better pliers, we're gonna pull up on, that's too big. We're gonna pull up on these little metal things in here, and then we'll tape them up. You see the little metal right there, right? Those. We'll pull those out, which will then allow us access to the wires. And we'll be able to yank these out. No issue. We're at 10 minutes? Jesus, I'm gonna have to cut this video apart. You know what? You get the gist. We'll tape these wires up.